Hello to all of our families at the great CCP. I'm so happy that all of you are on today. As you know, our break is winding down. Our fall break is winding down. Can I tell you something that I hear from our families? Our families say, we cannot wait till our students come back to school. And guess what? I can appreciate that. But I need you to send some extra grace, thoughts, and prayers and encouragement to our teachers. Because if you have them for a week in the summer and they're a lot for you, just imagine when they all get together in the classroom with all of the issues that we come as different personalities in the classroom. So parents, I want you to think well of our teachers. It wouldn't hurt to send them a gift every now and then and tell them how much you appreciate them, because our teachers in fact do work hard. So we return to school on this coming Monday. School begins, our doors open at about 7:25 for breakfast, and we have convocation starting at 7:50, and 8 o'clock we're in classes. All of our students are expected to come back to school in school uniform, in appropriate shoes. That means we don't wear Crocs, sandals, flip flops, house shoes. How about this? We don't even wear bandanas, bonnets, hats, and scarves. We don't do that here at the great CCP because we represent the spirit of excellence in everything that we do. As we get ready to come back, we do want to let you know that we are in the season of testing, beginning October 23rd. Our third graders, October 23rd through the 27th, our third graders will be taking the Ohio State Achievement Tests in reading. And so we are ELA. We're going to be ramping up for that. And guess what? I almost forgot. You know what? Dr. Scott loves our Hispanic population. Our Hispanic population adds so much dimension and depth to our school. And I want to say to our Hispanic population, our Spanish speakers, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. We celebrate you, the culture that you give us, the dimension and the depth that you add to our school. We love each and every one of you. And so, as we get ready to come back to school, parents, we want to reiterate our expectations. We're asking all of our staff to restart and reset with the expectations for our building. The expectations for our building is that we turn in our cell phones. And parents, I'm going to ask a favor of you. If your child calls you or texts you in the middle of the day about a situation, a problem, or even something obscure, your question should be to them, why didn't you turn your cell phone in? Because the expectation is, if students are caught with cell phones, then I keep track of them until a parent comes to get them. So please make sure they're following the expectations. Also, we have expectations for walking safely in the hallways. We walk on the right side of the hallway. We have designated stairwells for elementary and middle school scholars. In addition to that, we are monitoring when students are out on restroom passes. We only allow one gender of each to be out of a particular classroom, one male, one female. We want to make sure that we are fostering a safe and orderly environment. Parents who get your kids to school late, Dr. Scott will never deny a child the opportunity to eat, because to tell you the truth, it's not the children's fault that they're late to school. And so I will always feed children. If students get here late, they will have 5 minutes to eat in the classroom. Teachers will start a timer, and we're going to get instruction going as soon as we can. It's that season. Dr. Scott will be present in first through third grades because I'm starting dyslexia screenings. The Ohio legislator passed legislation that requires all school districts to adopt a plan to early identify students who are at risk for dyslexia. And I will be doing those screenings with first grade through third grade. So be expecting more information about that. Hey, precious hearts, I want you to hear me. We don't have school on Friday. I know we're just getting back, but we don't have school on Fridays. It is Records Day. Our teachers will be focusing on putting in grades so that report cards can be sent home with our scholars on October 25th. As I leave you today, You know what, our destiny, we don't know how long we're going to be places. We don't know how long our assignment is. I believe that I'm on assignment here at the Cleveland College Preparatory School, no matter for however short or how long. I want to live out my destiny and make an impact on our school community. That's why I go hard at making sure that we're meeting the academic expectation and that we're building firm and lasting foundations. So before I leave you, I'm going to let you know that we are focusing on a positive schooling climate, and I want us to be positive. I want us to be persistent. I want us to be. I want us to promote positivity in every aspect of our school. So those are will be our lasting principles in our PBIS focus, the B attitudes of school culture. And you'll be hearing more about that. Before I leave you today, our college word of the week is obdurate. Again, it's obdurate, Durate. Obdurate is an adjective, it's part of speech, is an adjective. And let me just ask you a question. Have you ever met somebody who is persistently stubborn? And they're stubborn and wrong, but they won't move. They're unsympathetic. They're never wrong, and they're always choosing to blame others for their failures versus taking the blame for themselves. The obdurate personality is someone who won't even apologize and say, hey, listen, I was wrong. Dr. Scott tries to defeat the spirit of being obdurate because when I'm wrong, Dr. Scott will apologize. Dr. Scott will say, I was wrong and I'm sorry. So obdurate is a person who is persistently stubborn and unsympathetic. I want us to be the opposite of obdurate. I want us to be compassionate. I want us to be honest, loving, and forgiving. And don't forget to use this word obdurate in your daily speech. And I want to thank all of our scholars. I want to thank all of our families. As I say all the time, we love you, we honor you, and we appreciate you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to lead your child's education. Like I said, I don't know how long I'll be here, for how long or how short. I'm going to give everything that I have to make sure that this is the best place to work and learn. You have my love and you have my honor, and we will see all of our scholars back on campus on this coming Monday, ready to learn in school uniform. Everybody, let's have a great rest of your fall break. Bye bye.